Well, it's a feather in our cap. It means the world to us as a bunch of players tonight. It'll be a long time till I get the smile off my face, and it just gets talked about so often. And to be a part of this team, when I'm old and I'm watching games with my kids, and it's qualifying, it's U.S. versus Mexico. I can we all can tell them we were the first ones to win there, and it's not easy.
Working as one. We're united. Everybody puts the effort in. Defensively and offensively as well. Making sure our lines are tight. They had a few opportunities, but I think overall it was a great effort by everybody. Individually, everybody was putting in 110%. You can't ask for any more than that.
I'm very happy that we got the first win here at the Azteca. We made history. It was my first goal with the national team, so I'm very excited. My family was here, so it made it even more special.
A really special night. I think defensively we were great. We really limited their chances, and that's key when you come here. They're going to have chances. They're going to have a lot of the ball. But I think our back four in particular did good. The two in front of them, Kyle and Jermaine, did well, and then everyone else kind of helped out where we could. And then when we got a chance to score, Michael scored.
I said all week, if I get 5 minutes, 90 minutes, I'm going to give it all, my heart out. It's once in a lifetime, and, it's something that was said that, I wanted to make history. I'm not thinking that I was going to score, and I was very, very happy that I did score, but I just wanted to give it my best effort I could.
It's crazy, a lot of people had speculation of, the team that Jurgen called in and this and that, but it just shows how deep we are and how deep the United States is. Guys came in here and, fighting for an opportunity, fighting for a spot, and obviously competition is always a good thing. Overall, it gives us confidence going into, the next couple of games against Jamaica and Guatemala as well. It gives us some momentum.
We talked about how it wasn't going to be perfect. There's going to be some mistakes, but we just had to keep riding and working through them. And the first half I thought was actually really good. We kept them in good positions defensively where we could bottle them up. Obviously, we got a little bit tired in the second half, and not only was it two new guys in the center of defense, but Jurgen Klinsmann made a couple changes, which made our right back or left back, and brought Michael Orozco on. So, we had to kind of improvise, and I mean, without those guys in front of me, we lost the game. They were fantastic, rock solid.
Well, on the bench in the second half, it's hard to see exactly what's going on, but when a few of those shots went at him, we all kind of went, goal. And next thing you know, Timmy had kept it out. I have to see the replays to see just exactly how spectacular they were, but we're lucky to have him. And I've said this many times, in my opinion, if not top three, he's one of the top 5 goalkeepers in the world, and we're very fortunate he's on our team.
He's Tim Howard, man. He's a legend. He's a guy that's proven himself time in and time out. A couple World Cups. He's a baller. He's a true leader on and off the field, and it's great to play in front of him.
Well, we certainly weren't perfect tonight, but I think just like the Italy game earlier in the year, we showed signs of progress. And if we want to continue that, we got to be better. We know that. We said to ourselves in the locker room after, it still wasn't good enough, but we're happy to win. But we're glad that there's room for growth still, because that means we can be better. I think the potential that this team has is enormous, and we want to keep building on these wins.
We got to come back down here. If we want to qualify for World Cup, we got to get through. They got to get through, and then we got to come back down here. And they're on a high, and they've been playing really well. But tonight, just to be able to come and walk through these halls again in a year's time and know we got the result here, it will give us so much confidence.